I see a common thread start to pop up, and a lot of people are consistently asking, what is it I bring to a range? Like, what's my loadout, if you will, at the range? More specifically, a lot of you have been getting interested and trying out competition shooting for the first time. We do that quite a bit on the channel here, specifically with AKs. And I see a lot of you want to actually try, maybe you didn't even know that people did go out and seriously compete with AKs, and you can be competitive and you can have a good time. But mainly, what do you need to do that? Obviously you need the AK, but you need a bunch of other stuff at the range. All kinds of safety equipment, just everything, your mags, the can, whatever it is that you're gonna bring to the range. You gotta have a bunch of stuff. This is something that has made me successful, and I've gone to a lot of matches. I've been lugging around a bunch of heavy stuff. I've learned what to bring, what is a waste of space to bring. Don't forget to hydrate, gotta have water, gotta have coolers. There's just a lot of stuff that you need if you wanna have a really easy time at a match. And you can you can run the bare minimum, but if you want my opinion, I'll show you the top 10 things that are gonna make your match experience very easy. We used to shoot matches 2 or 3 times a month, all the time. And we actually started to pick up a bunch of sponsors because we were shooting AKs at matches and doing really well. Got a bunch of plaques on the wall from first place finishes. That was back when we were hot and heavy competing, not that long ago. So we thought, that one time we had Arsenal and K-Bar, hooking us up with ammo, and they gave us these really cool jerseys, and they threw the old Clayco thing on there. So that was a really cool point in time, and I always get nostalgic when I see the old Arsenal jersey hanging in the closet. So busted it out for you today. Anyway, enough of me gabbing. Let's get to the stuff that you need to bring to the range. Number 1 on the list, I would say, is going to be your rifle with a red dot. I'm not going to tell you muzzle brakes and triggers and everything else. I think just to save you time and money, if you're just getting started, get an AK or a rifle that you are comfortable with. Throw an optic on there that you're comfortable with. I would say a really nice red dot on a gun that you know how to shoot is a great place to start. So for me, it is a bare bones AK, as you can see here, with a decent little red dot on it. Number 2 on my list is going to be your magazines. So we chose AK, so you're going to need AK mags. I would say no less than 4 mags. I like to sit down, I load up all my mags before I go to a match. I don't want to have to get there and worry about jamming all my ammo while I'm getting everything ready. It's just too much to think about, so load your mags before you go. That 4th mag, I would say leave it empty. I'll have all my mags full, and then I'll have one stage where maybe the description is you need 1 mag that's empty, you need 1 mag that's downloaded, whatever, and I always get mad. I have to go get one of my full mags and strip all the ammo out, and I've got all this loose ammo bouncing around in my ammo can. So yes, fill up all your mags before the match, but definitely bring one that is empty so you don't run into that situation. Number 3 on my list is a way to retain those mags. This can be your jean pockets, your back pockets, your front pockets, whatever. If you want to take it up to the next level, I would say get some kind of mag holster. So what I like to use are the G-Code soft shell Scorpions with the G-Code belt. This is an inner and outer belt, so you just take your belt out of your pants, you put the inner belt on. The inner belt has Velcro, then you snap the outer belt around it. It's held on by this very sturdy Cobra buckle, and you can put on as many G-codes as you want on this. You can put all kinds of stuff on this, but I like to always have 2 pouches. I'm most certainly going to have at least 1 backup mag, so even if you're shooting a stage and the round counts like 25 rounds, a 30 round mag will get you through that. Yes, if you're shooting well. If you're missing and you have to shoot more than 25 to get through, well then you're going to need to reload, so you absolutely better have a spare mag. What if your mag jams? What if your gun jams and your first instinct is just to strip that mag out, throw a new mag in? You always need to have an extra mag, maybe 2 on a stage, so have a way to retain them where they don't fall out. If you don't have that kind of money to spend, never fear. You can certainly rock one of these, which is just a Chi-Com chest rig made for AK mags. These things are tough, rugged, and they're about $30 on Amazon and other places. They work really, really well, and they fit the aesthetic if you're into that. But absolutely have a way to retain mags. That's a big one. Number 4 is going to be your eyes and ears. So eye pro, right? These are just some Pit Vipers. Any eye pro will do, guys. Anything. Just protect your eyes. Like if I'm wearing my prescription glasses, that's fine. Sometimes I just wear like some regular ass Ray-Ban shades, and that's good enough for eye pro. But any shaded lens is definitely going to impair you. It just will, unless it's a super sunny day on low light. You definitely want some clear lenses at the range. So these are pretty standard. You'll see like a yellow tinted safety glass. These are really great for low light, and it's a pit viper, so you look awesome. Ear Pro, I just use pretty standard Peltors. I really like electronic Ear Pro. When you're putting them on, you have them fully turned up. It kind of amplifies all the sound around you. It's kind of funny. You hear people's voices better, you hear the range officer better, you hear everything better, but what they're great at is the second that a really loud noise happens, like a gun firing, it instantly kills the noise. And then it all comes back. So you can literally leave these on all day, and it's actually kind of pleasant. They have really expensive electronic ear plugs, and sometimes you have to have those fitted. Those are usually pretty expensive, and I find myself losing those. I don't lose these, and when they break, I'm out like 60 bucks, and usually I get like a year or two out of these. But I've only replaced a set of these one time over like 5 years, so I really like Peltors. Number 5, chamber flags. A lot of matches, I would say the majority of shooting competitions are absolutely going to require that you have a chamber flag in your gun at all times. Right as you step up to shoot, you're going to take it out, you're going to shoot your stage, and when you're done, you're going to put the chamber flag right back in. All this is just a little stem that goes right into the chamber of your gun and sits like that. They usually have really bright fluorescent colors on them, so at a distance, anytime you see anyone walking around with a gun, there's absolutely no question. When you see this, the gun's absolutely empty. Do yourself a favor, get a nice chamber flag. You know, we have a few personalized ones. You're gonna have to have them, and if you don't, when you get there, you're gonna get yelled at. They're gonna say you gotta have a chamber flag. Sometimes they have them that you can buy there, so save yourself the trouble. Bring a chamber flag. Hell, bring a few, because you'll lose them from time to time, but definitely gotta have one. Number 6 on my list is an ammo can. This is just a typical 50 caliber ammo can. You can buy these things surplus, or you can buy them new. I think you can even go by like Academy and get these new. It's very heavy. Feel free to personalize your ammo can with all the pretty stickers to show everyone your very unique personality. What's great about these? Well, the 50 cal can is nice. For one, it's O-ring sealed. The majority of these military style ammo cans are definitely O-ring sealed, so for us AK Johnnies, we're using steel case ammo with a lot of steel mags. That stuff rusts. Sometimes it rains at matches. It's nice to have all your stuff sealed up. And obviously, this thing is full to the brim with magazines. Typically, I'll bring like 12 mags. With one of these, you can fit 6 mags in a row, stack another 6 mags in a row on top, so you can easily have like 12 AK mags. And then you have this whole front cavity here that's totally empty that I stack with ammo boxes. So it's kind of hard to see now, but that's usually what I do. I can get 12 fully loaded mags and, geez, maybe a couple hundred rounds of ammo in the boxes neatly stacked up front. So I really like a 50 cal ammo can at a match. And they're tough too, so I drive a truck, so it's nice to have all my mags and my ammo loaded up nice and tight. Chunk this thing in the back of the truck and it just rides. I don't have to worry about it. All right, number 7 on my list is a range bag. Honestly, you could have like a fully top 10 video on just what to have in your range bag, but I'll just go over it quickly, what I have in here, just the basics. I like to carry spare batteries, not only AAAs for my Ear Pro, but I'll carry batteries for optics. Batteries, anything can happen at a match, and it seems like Newton's Law is prevalent at a shooting competition. Anything bad that can happen is absolutely going to happen, right? You'll shoot for a year. The second you go to a match, that's about the time that your battery dies. So spare batteries for your optics. Definitely have batteries for your Ear Pro. Carry my gloves in here. Definitely recommend, especially with an AK, at least having a left-handed glove, because your left hand's doing everything. If you're a right-handed shooter, your left hand's got a big job, so protect it. I keep a lot of small tools in here, small screwdrivers, Phillips flatheads, Allen keys, Torx. A lot of that's in here. Red dots, they need Torx. There's little things on your gun. I've had grips come loose on AKs. I need to grab a flathead and tighten it back down. And certainly have a little bit of lube. Any kind of maintenance stuff that you need for your gun, just throw it in your range bag, man. All right in here in my range bag. You gots to have you one. Number 8 on the list is definitely not a necessity for a match, but just going to the range, I highly recommend getting yourself a shot timer. It doesn't really matter the brand. I've never really bought a bad shot timer. I would say if you're paying anything over $100, you're getting a good one. Certainly, they're available on Amazon. Some of them are Prime items. Definitely get used to that noise. That's what you're going to be hearing at the match. This is probably the best training tool that I know of to help yourself get faster. It adds stress. When you can actually see how long it's taking you to get something done, to make a hit, to make a reload, whatever, you can see that time, you can run it back and see that time get less and less and less, and you're getting faster and faster and faster, and you're still making hits. Huge benefit. I absolutely recommend a timer. And if you go to a match and maybe the timer on the stage takes a dump, hey, I brought my timer, I've got a spare, you're the superhero for the day. Absolutely, guys, got to get you a shot timer. Number 9 on my list. This will also make you a superhero because this is something a lot of people absolutely don't think about. They pack up everything they need to be competitive and they forget to stay hydrated. I use a little cooler. I like to bring a cooler. It doesn't have to be this particular size. It can be bigger, smaller, whatever. A lot of competitions start early in the morning, like around 8 or 9 o'clock, and they will blow right through noon and go into like 2 or 3 o'clock depending on how big or long the match is. You're gonna shoot through lunch. It almost never fails. So I like to have snacks, drinks, and sometimes Rachel and I will even make a couple of sandwiches, have a couple bags of chips, throw in the cooler. In between one of the stages around lunchtime, chow down, man, and your drinks are cold. And there's always someone there that didn't prepare, and you're like, yo, grab a water out of the cooler, and you just made a friend for life because they desperately needed it. Absolutely have a cooler. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh my God, that's a lot of stuff. Ammo can, cooler, the guns, sometimes multiple guns. Remember, I'm usually shooting with someone, with a friend, or I've got Rachel with me, so I've got twice the guns, twice the ammo, twice the everything, right? The chest rigs, the gear, it's just a lot of stuff. You can't just keep throwing all this stuff in your car and driving around. That's not going to happen at a match. You're going to have to lug all this stuff around. So what's the solution? Well, I'm glad you asked. Wheels. What do I mean? This is what I mean. Boom! We have a wagon. I like to call it the shaggin' wagon, but yeah, I'm gonna bring you in close, but yes, we absolutely have to have wheels. This is gonna be something that you absolutely have to get used to. You're gonna see this at every match you go to. Guys are bringing like radio flyers all the way up to really expensive baby strollers, like 3-wheeled baby strollers that keep everything at a downward angle. You'll see these guys with baby strollers strapping gun mounts on them, holding all their mags, it's holding ponchos in case it rains or whatever. Everything they need is in those wagons. I have chosen this wagon. I'm going to show you some really cool features that it has. This is something that you can still go to Academy right now and buy. They're like 60 to 80 bucks, and they've got a really neat party trick. All of the sides here, you can see they're hinged. Every side folds down, so when I'm loading this in my truck, I completely gut it, take everything out. I can drop all of it, making it basically like a flatbed wagon, push it into the truck. I've got a tonneau cover on my truck. I let the handle fall down flat, close everything in. Everything is stacked around it in the bed of my truck, and just totally incognito. You'd never know that it was back there. Folds down at, half its height. But I'm going to bring it in close and show you everything that I've already shown you on the video, the top 10 things. And obviously this is number 10. It's the friggin' wagon. I'm going to show you how everything has a place, it fits in really well, and I can load 2 guns and have everything I need for both. Full day at the match. Let's take you in closer. I got this wagon at Academy probably 5-6 years ago, and this all started when I shot my very first match. It was Red October in Las Vegas. I'd never shot a match before. I had to learn everything the hard way. I didn't bring half the stuff I needed, and all the stuff I did bring, I had to lug it around for 2 days on like 10 stages. And I saw all these other dudes with wagons, and I thought, screw this. Lesson learned. I'm never carrying all this crap again. The 50 cal can, the range bag, my gear, the cooler is a must, takes up a ton of space. I still have plenty of room along the sides. You can see there we got a stack of mags in there. Have our ear pro clipped onto the side. At one time it fell off. Back here I had a bunch of extra mag holders that were like molly straps that I had bolted on, and I could have mags stuffed all the way across the back. Weather got to it. It lasted a few years and eventually just ripped and, tore and fell off. So didn't really want to do that. So, don't really need to. We have the ammo can. It holds everything we need. But check this out. Obviously, we have a gun bolted to this thing. These are just rubberized gun mounts that I found on Amazon, believe it or not. I wonder if I can get you in there. Yeah, I don't even know what brand that is. Made in China, who cares? All I did was, if you see in here, I just took some dikes I kind of clipped away at the mesh. And that's like a handlebar mount. If I can show you there, see it just clips on. Just a handlebar mount. It's just bolted on. And these things are made for like quads, like four-wheelers. So you can bolt these on the racks and ride around with your guns. It's so nice to get off a stage. You're breathing heavy, you're super tired. You just come over and you're done with it. It's secured, it's held by rubber. You're not gonna scratch it. It ain't falling out of there. It's nice. And they even have these things that I like literally never use. You can really hold it in there nice and tight, but never use them. Doesn't matter. I've got two more, so I'll usually, Rachel will put her gun on this side, rides really nice. And then I will have my gun on that side. I've tried all different kinds of wagons. I've tried the baby stroller. I've tried a lot of different things. I always come back to Old Faithful. I dig this right back out of the garage. This is the shaggin' wagon here. Anyway, if you like this kind of video, leave a like, leave a comment. Let us know down below. If you like this kind of how-to content or, you know, stuff that I use and you want to know, maybe you want to buy this stuff too, I can make more videos like this. It's not a problem. By the way, guys, if you like the hats that you see in these videos, check out Third Pin Threads. Really helps out the channel when you pick up hats from us. I appreciate it. I like seeing them out in public. It's pretty cool. We've got 4 new designs that once they sell out on the website right now, they're going to be gone forever. That link is down in the description below. And well, we'll see you next time.